Lord of the Rings recap September 8th. Cord started off the stream with the biggest news of the stream. Next week, we're getting the first Mariner preview. On Tuesday from 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be a invitation-only preview for press/exclusive, where they get the first looks. There's also going to be some content creators like YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and probably some wiki editors as well. But don't worry, everyone will get their hands on the Mariner. While there's an invitation-only preview on Tuesday, there will be a public Bullroar on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, anyone who wants can go on Bullroar and try out the Mariner, but there will be an invitation-only preview on the day before, Tuesday, 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So hopefully I am one of the ones who get invited, and of course I will be streaming this on my Twitch channel, of course on Tuesday 6 p.m. when it starts. So hopefully I get invited to do the preview, and hopefully people will join me on my live stream on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Cord started looking at next week, and next week we'll have 3 events. The Tale of the Shipwrecked Mariner will return next Thursday, September 14th, 10 a.m. Eastern, and will last until Wednesday, 3 a.m. Eastern. This is a yearly event that is returning, and there's new content this year. They're adding a person called, I think it was Stillway. It's an old man on the shore who will arrive with this event and will be a part of this event every year. This old man has a story where you play through 11 missions, where you basically play through a brand new story with 11 missions. And the story is of course Mariner related. So completing this chain should give you a cool cosmetic reward among with some other small rewards. There will be an article on LOTRO.com where they will talk about this edition and the new story with the 11 missions. Also next week is the Coombe Forester event will finally begin on Friday, September 15th, and it will last until September 25th, 3 a.m. Eastern. So the event will stay up for 10 days, then it will be down for 2 weeks, then it come back again for 10 days, and so on until we get more crafting events. So 10 days on, and then 2 weeks down, and then 10 weeks on, etc, etc. Next week we will also get a patch, update 37.1, I believe is scheduled for next Wednesday. And with this update, we are getting the blue Bjorning composure fix. Some items that were supposed to negate damage were actually damaging the player. That has been fixed. There will be an increase in size to some of the River Hobbit housing items, and a couple of Guardian fixes. Rupture will now correctly increase incoming damage on enemies for the intended 5 seconds. As well as some effects not working properly, and you may have heard about the legendary items bug. Currently, if you reforge after the previous patch we had, the DPS and healing values will be lower than if you did it before the patch. This will also be fixed for the next patch. Next Wednesday, update 37.1 should see a lot of these issues fixed. Cord also talked about the free daily gold Hobbit presents we're getting now, and it will last through October 10th. The reason for this is to encourage VIPs and say thank you to the VIPs for supporting the game, and there's also going to be continuous work on improvements to the VIP program, so in the near future we should see some news about improvements to VIPs. A couple of upcoming events to look forward to. This weekend we'll have a 25% loot box Embers and Moats boost, and Baggin's birthday will arrive September 20th. There was also 3 things added to the public event schedule. On October 26th, we're gonna see a 25% crafting XP boost. On November 26th, we're gonna see the Buried Treasure event, and on December 7th, we're gonna get a 20% Virtue XP boost. Cord also talked about YouTube soundtracks, and the Before the Shadows soundtracks are now out on YouTube, so LOTRO's official YouTube channel if you're interested in soundtracks, and update 35 soundtracks should be released in the near future. If you enjoy listening to the LOTRO soundtracks, the LOTRO channel on YouTube is the place for you. Cord was asked about the Q&A with Severlin. He said in the near future, next week will be pretty busy with the Shipwrecked Mariner, and you can probably look at the Mariner class, and there's also the Coombe Forester event. So it's unlikely that Sev will be on the next Friday stream, but maybe the one after that. So within 1 to 3 weeks, we should see Severlin on Court of the Rings with the Q&A. Cord had a quick mention about the stat squish. We will probably see some adjustment to the stat squish in upcoming patches, and that's a natural comment, I would say. There's probably still some work to be done. Cord was asked about 64-bit servers. He says the engineers are continuously working on this, having weekly meetings. We should get more information soon, but there's no real ETA as of right now. And finally, Cord talked a little bit about Umbar expansion pre-purchase and all that stuff surrounding that. He said that they are getting pretty close to giving us information. We'll know a lot more in the coming weeks. There will of course be several previews on Bullroarer for update 38. As of right now, Cord can't really say anything because nothing is official or confirmed yet, but perhaps in the near future we'll get more information, and obviously the Mariner class will be part of update 38. So hopefully pretty soon we will know more about the pre-purchase options, the different kind of bundles that they typically do, and of course I will be covering that whenever that happens. And that's the end of this week's Court of the Rings recap. Thank you for watching.
Hey! Hey you! Yeah, you. What do you want? You enjoy my content and you want to support me? Fine, I'll show you how you can do it. I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. You can also support me through my Ko-fi homepage. If you're playing or looking to play Lord of the Rings online, there is one place you need to be. The Ghyniverse is a Discord server created for the community of the players of Lord of the Rings Online. The server is getting close to 7,000 members, and in this server you'll find tons of helpful information. There's monthly giveaways, easy access to patch notes, you can keep up with my YouTube videos, my streams. If you're a streamer, you can ask for the streamer role and you can announce your streams in the other stream channel. There are discussion channels for pretty much everything, every class, monster players. But the best thing about this server is probably the Gearing Resources tab, where you can find anything from trait lines for every class, every build. There are stat goals, where you can find out what stats you should aim for on your characters. Really helpful information about drop rates from instances, as well as screenshot from all the new loot that appears in the game. If you enjoy LOTRO, you should definitely consider joining this server, and hopefully I'll see you in Middle-earth. If you were part of the Ghyniverse already, you might have noticed that another tab appeared at the top, the LFF server. This server is a brand new server that I created, the LFF Ghyniverse. In this server, you can select which servers you want to keep up with, and once you select your server, say you select Arkenstone, you will see the LFF, the kinship advertisement, looking for kinship and trade channels, and there's also voice channels if people want to use those. The LFF channel is basically a looking for fellowship channel where people can post if they need players for the runs, and this way people don't have to be logged into the game to see the chat. They can just instead get a notification on their Discord. There's also a kinship advertisement page where kins can post their kinship advertisement and have people join their kins, and you can also post in the looking for kinship chat if you're looking for a kinship, but make sure to take a look in the kinship advertisement first and look through all the kin to find a suitable kin for you. There's also a trade channel if people want to buy or sell stuff that you can use. Hopefully you'll consider joining this server to bring the community even more together, not just in the game, but also outside of the game.